I'm streaming already.
I can't do it myself!
Then
I
perish.
don't have the abilities!
We are in.
Check if the stream's up, by the way.
It's not up yet. It's up now.
Fuck, what am I gonna play?
Play. Oh wait, no, you can't play the ending music.
The cool sleep tune.
Play the Sasuke's theme.
What?
Actually, perfect for this situation.
Play both of them the same.
If you have it, if you don't have it, then it's fine.
One of the few I do not have is Sasuke's theme.
Alright, Kill. You know what song we really need? Overlay some Android Sokka.
Oh, please give me a little bit of Android
Is the song just quiet, or do I not hear
the song
any
is
sound?
quiet. The song is quiet.
It's just quiet.
Just really quiet.
It's just a really like chill, like kind of sad, happy music.
Okay.
Who's going first with this music?
Hold on, I think the stream's buffering a lot.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's buffering a lot, Tiny.
Well, let me check.
Because my internet's not bad or anything right now.
I'm going to play Twitch TV.
I think the air bum situation is not good because, well, it's more emotionally manipulative of Album than anything.
Telling him to choose?
Yeah, he has the right to choose then.
I guess that's fair. It's up to you guys. It's up to you guys. We have a couple of options, but
Because I'm scared of what the equal chance, like, because I have a feeling I know what Vaco's gonna choose for the equal chance, and like it's my in my opinion, it's the more dangerous one.
DM me what you think that is.
I'm pretty sure Vakos doesn't have a clue. Because he really was stuck on what challenge to give you, besides beer pong.
That's fair.
Can't do beer pong.
He like doesn't know much outside of like party game challenges.
That's
you know?
So. Lightweight.
I think that's what's gonna happen, Mel.
Now I want you to consider the alternative,
Which
is that I walk up and I say, I will fight both of these two by myself, and I will win, and then I will do it.
No, you don't get to just beat up my villain.
They're gonna hit you with their big fucking mallet.
Hey, Regef, I look at you with my big fucking mallet. Listen.
They're gonna hit you with blade art number 53 and knock you across the fucking stage.
What I'm saying,
and actually remembering the numbers of your blade art, what a nerd.
Here's the thing. I feel like I could absolutely take them both on.
Could you win? Maybe.
I think I would win.
If all your buffs got casted on you, you gotta fight. You gotta attack first, and like, yeah, you probably have a shot, but like, otherwise.
Oh no, I think I have a shot outside of that. You'll see. You'll understand. But I don't think that's what I'm gonna go do.
I have a feeling these are at least CR like 14.
And Regef, I'm telling you, I'm not scared of that.
Would be CR20.
If they're CR20, Regef, they're CR20 creatures that I can hit, and if I can hit them, I win.
if I can kill it.
Looking like a true barbarian.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, Tiny. Sorry, Tiny.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I was just pogging out for a second.
So what's happening? Right.
Things are still good on Twitch side?
Yeah, everything's good. Twitch's stream is leveled out.
Okay, cool. So, right, in that case, let me see where we had last left off. Right. Where we were, you had just arrived at Lord Vakos's little, get-together here. And with that, had gone around mingling some, and had met with the two of the three exarchs from before of Lord Kelgon, Bomrek, and the Blendek, of which Bomrek has stuck around to speak with you on subjects, and thus through this conversation, some sort of agreement has thus kindled up, and he has brought up to you his idea and possibility that one could be exarched under multiple dragons, or even in fact be exarched without the need for a dragon at all. And thusly, his little rat was writing up a bit of a truce and a peace agreement.
I've got to admit, he's very, very good with that pen.
He's good about a lot of things.
What's the rat's name?
What's his name?
Oh, he goes by many names, but
What's his favorite?
That was not a response I was expecting about a rat, but I'm interested.
there's a lot to that, but I suppose you could call him. He looks like he's kind of fishing for a name. The rat does not appear to be helping him.
The rat smug.
Maybe a bit. This is
Call him
the-
Bomrick Jr.
Good, that works.
Junior
Rat.
for short, I assume.
The rat looked pleased with the bomb wreckage.
It sure looks pleased with its little contract it wrote up.
Reading the contract.
Do it.
I love the contract.
Okay. So, yeah, reading over the contract, it's basically something that says that after everyone's left this party, that hostile actions between at least you four and Bombwreck will cease.
Now, I'm assuming he did the thing that you do with contracts where each person has a copy, right? As in, like,
Yes.
we get a copy and he has a copy, and we're signing both of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I think I know how to keep this one safe.
Real quick, Caleb.
Yes.
I'm gonna.
I'm also gonna actually make a linguistics check, yeah, just to make sure it's
I'm gonna make
ironclad.
this so that there's no secret.
Oh, never
league
mind.
between-
I can't even get close to your check. Never mind.
Mel, you're also GM rolling.
I am. Thank you, Caleb. I am.
You're welcome. But Kara, it seems pretty straightforward. It makes sense. It's rather clean, very well written. But I suppose the one thing that would kind of nag or bite at you over reading over this would be the kind of inclusion of after these festivities have ended, this begins. It's not beginning right now.
Like an interesting wording for it. Any particular reason we're waiting until after the festivity? Perhaps you had something planned before then.
Well, I may have set a little something up. Can't really stop it now. It's out of my hands.
Mind giving me a hint?
Yeah, since we are allying each other, I feel like being forthcoming about that might be interesting and important. Maybe.
Well,
Bomrick, did you fuck up? Bomrick, did you fuck up a little bit?
I think he did very good in what he was attempting to accomplish, but
That was out of character, but yes, I assume you didn't expect us to all suddenly become very friendly with each other.
oh no, not at all. But
You thought they are indeed wild cards.
Well, I brought Lord Vacos a gift.
Mhm.
I had heard that you are all coming here for something of the like involving that there, he kind of just gestures towards Album thing. So I decided to bring him quite a similar thing.
Huh.
Similar.
How
guessing
similar
you're
are we
not-
talking? Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, sorry, I said similar thing. I'm assuming you're not going to elaborate much further.
Well, Vacos was awfully fond of it when I brought it. I don't think he'd much be for me ruining any surprise. But it is big. Not of this plane.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Very, very similar to your companion there. You're still gesturing to Album again.
I want you to know that it sounds a lot like you could be talking about anything from a horrifying, powerful beast of some other plane to a very large, scary-looking rock.
Perchance, does it also have to be part dragon?
No.
Kara smugly about themselves. They got
And-
the better one.
Is it assumed in this situation that whatever thing you've brought in will be hostile towards us? Is that the assumption?
Very much so.
That's why. Why do you think it's going to attempt to attack us?
I suppose if Lord Vacos deems it to, then yes.
Oh, so in
So,
other words, okay. I'm starting to see what the problem could be here.
It is also, however, very, I should say, coded to be aggressive towards other Exarchs in particular.
And out of all Exarchs in particular, how particularly would it be angry towards us, specifically?
Well,
I'm surprised you trained something that fast, especially if it's targeting towards us.
well, to be honest, it's mostly just you three. We didn't.
Not the
Oh no, your friend down there didn't get hit at all by my fire, so I don't have any kind of storage of them in a sense.
Oh,
that's
you got our scent or whatever?
I'd assume it's something closer to an essence.
And he kind of gestures to Kara, yeah.
Honest, the exarch energy that all of us do have, it's been very intriguing to me, and I've been thinking about researching it a bit more, although I'm assuming within the rest of your pages of notes, you've probably done much more than I could in a short amount of time.
Well, I've done as much as I could. I've only had a very small pool of people that I've been able to test with, and none of which were from any other Exarchs. So, I suppose, if you find yourself at Kelgon's place, we can trade notes.
Interesting.
Could
Seeing
you
as what
tell us more about exarching people without a dragon?
Oh,
Would you
yes,
be considered a dragon in the game? Or at least have the position of one?
Easily so.
that sounds
Well-
worse somehow, actually.
It's our abilities.
Sorry, repeat that, Kara?
So we would become a bit defenseless. I've heard that attacking a dragon head on is sort of without any of their, well, at least with as few people as possible, is a rather good strategy.
Seems to be the case. They do look to have some very specific weaknesses. However, with any luck, so far, what I've been able to recreate is a similar function, not quite the same thing. If I can perfect it more, then it'd be almost its own thing from being an Exarch, only the same in terms of likeness. So we could do away with any sort of rules that, well, we don't know about, which is most of them.
That's fair.
All right. Well, that sounds very agreeable, and I assume not all of that can be done from the lovely and safe location of the party realm, the party room we are in.
Not at all. I have barely any. I'll be real. Sorry, that was me. He does not say "I'll be real."
I'll be real with you. Don't worry, that's a little dwarf speak right there.
That's dwarven
I'm
speak.
gonna break it down for y'all.
That is dwarf.
Here's the business. What he does say, yeah. To be fair, as you might could expect, I wasn't thinking that I'd be having this kind of conversation with you all here.
We're quite full of surprises, I hope you'll see.
That's so far what I've not liked to see, but hopefully in a good sense this time.
It will be, I believe. Now, when exactly will we be able to safely discuss these plans in the future, do you think? When is the nearest time where we can pick up this conversation? Because as benevolent as he is, I think Lord Vakos might be getting a touch impatient.
Well, I should probably get going. I think a safe time to do so would be within a month or so.
Okay.
There's no way that I can get in touch with you that will not be very easily detected.
Not easily detected. Well, let's see. I don't imagine you've signed anything on that contract.
No,
The
I haven't.
one you took from...
My only thing that I was really looking at was the, after the festivities, but now that we've sort of figured out what that's all about. Is this going to be magically binding in any way?
The contract?
Of course, or is this more of a moral contract?
More of a moral thing.
That's very
I've not-
pleasant.
I've not
Alright,
put
okay.
any magic in it.
Kara takes out a nice pen.
Hito takes out a piece of chalk. Like alchemist chalk. What do I have on me? She's going
I only
to...
have magical ink.
Yeah, but at least
Don't use that. Here, just use my chalk, please. I'm begging you.
you have some charcoal on you, Hito. Actually, I think I might have some in my components pouch. Hold on.
Oh, yes, hold on. Hito hands Rin a piece of charcoal. Sorry.
But it's not as fancy as the ink.
Rin, please. That ink is living.
That ink cost you part of your bone.
What's Bomrick looking like?
He kind of gets this bewildered look like, you traded with the bone thing?
Oh, good, you know about them, yes.
I
I've
traded a
seen
lot
it
of
on my
bones.
travels.
Sorry.
What did he say?
He said, I've seen it on my travels.
Yes, he was very kind, good fellow.
You didn't trade with him?
Well, we don't have, in our main group of 3, anyone who can repair bone damage so easily.
That's fair. Well, good news, you're looking at the complete package. I gesture to everyone and to Kaguya, even though she's shuffling food in Album's mouth, probably.
I'm gonna miss you, brother.
Oh no, don't say that. But yes, no, he's a very pleasant fellow, actually. Kind of, well, I shouldn't say shocked, but I'm kind of shocked that he doesn't get more business, a little bit. But then again, it does take your bones, so...
Some people may be wary of the creature behind the blinds, as some may say. But he draws well enough, and he didn't seem to have any harmful intention.
No. Alright, now, Bomrick, if you wouldn't mind giving me the copy that we're supposed to keep, I have an idea.
I
Alright.
think we'll be getting the correct copy.
I assume he has signed his copy.
He signed his.
Okay, and I have signed mine, and I slide it his way.
I'm pretty sure this is one big contract that we're all signing, like all four at the bottom.
Well, no. I asked specifically earlier if we were all getting individual copies so that we could all, well,
Yeah.
not all, but like each party would have a copy that they could sign, basically.
Because I'm burning this. I don't want
Why?
physical of this for a dragon to find.
No, that's just Regif, let me show you what I'm doing. So
Okay.
Hito takes the contract in front of her, the one that we are supposed to keep, and says, "Now, obviously we don't want anyone finding these. These are just for, I guess, record and proof and yada yada yada. Nothing legally binding. However, I do want to keep this near me, so I'm going to." And Hito touches the piece of paper, and it shunts itself upwards as if it was being pulled in by a vacuum, and it is gone. And I'm casting Absorbing Touch.
Ah.
One per level.
1 day per level, I see.
So every couple days you gotta reabsorb it.
Yes, after a week I have to reabsorb it, but that's one spell slot per week.
That was better than what I was gonna do.
What were you gonna do, Tiny?
I was just gonna have it just be kind of destroyed, and then just whenever we need to bring it back, I could just do mending. Yeah.
That takes forever, though. This
The
is
real
much easier.
simple option.
It's a 0th level.
Remember,
This-
lol.
This is the simplest option you see.
That's fair.
You know what actually happens? Instead of just like touching it and it going thwomp, mouth opens up in Hito's hand, and the jaws just kind of unhinge,
Ah,
and it eats
excellent.
the paper, and it's
Terrible.
gone.
I hate this.
I see.
I'm going to give some form of their copies with me, and I'm just going to...
Rin points
I
at
can't
your hand.
start. I put it in my hand, I cast Sparks.
Well, that's much less.
I
Photographic men.
Greg, if you're cutting out a lot.
Unfortunate.
Tiny, what were you saying?
oh, Rin points at your hand. Do you feed him a lot?
No, it's not. It's technically just another mouth that I can have.
Oh.
So does that mean whenever you hold your weapon, you can taste the handle?
No, it.
Yeah, so
Rin,
she
dear,
can taste the blood that falls down onto it.
That means
Rin,
hold a burger, but taste it before to make sure it's not terrible.
Rin, sweetheart, my alchemy does very strange things to my physiology. Don't take it as a permanent fixture. Nothing about me is a permanent fixture, I suppose, except what you see here now.
Yes, the teeth.
Yes, the teeth. Yes, the thing that you notice most often. I look at Bomber, by the way. How phased was he by me eating the contract with my hand?
You think he's becoming a bit desensitized.
Not surprised by it anymore.
He's
just like, yes, same shit as always.
same shit different day.
Do what?
I do have a
Kara?
question, Bomb.
Yes.
Just for future things to think about whenever I attempt to contact you, do you ever have to worry about those around you hearing what you're thinking?
Not often, no.
Alright?
He slams his hand on the table. Speaking of which,
Yes.
he looks at you, Hito.
What?
What in the goddamn was that?
Wait, what are you referring to?
I was there too.
I've done a lot of goddams in the past hour or so.
No, I know exactly what he's talking about.
Every
You were
time
there for it too.
Hito does something crazy every time I look at her.
Don't like that, but when you
Well,
were
She's the least predictable of us all.
I was referring to earlier.
when you were in my head about a couple weeks ago.
Ah, yes, that. I did apologize for that earlier. You remember that. I did say I was very sorry.
So that was
One parlor trick, I will admit.
It's a bit of a parlor trick. And now, since we're on the same wavelength, and I can trust you as an ally, I can tell you, I have no goddamn idea what I was doing there. I understand now. Your boss did get very angry at me about it, and so it's probably going to come up later anyways, but in our ladies... I look around to make sure nobody's listening. I mean, we've been careful this
Yeah.
entire time, I suppose, because we didn't want anyone listening, but...
Keep secret.
If you don't count Lord Vakos, the only one that could likely hear you is this guy who's at the table, or also them, Archer.
I don't trust the possibility of all things, the betraying of our own dragon, all that. That's bad for people here, but that's not. Oh, we have bad secrets about the game.
Yes, that's
I
true.
I feel like this is not something we say anywhere near public.
That's fair. Alright. I can tell you...
We should not say aloud in any form.
That's true, but it might be very, very helpful to our future endeavors together. I will explain what happened earlier, but needless to say, your boss chastised me very heavily, so I'm surprised he didn't tell you.
I've heard nothing of it other than that it was dealt with.
Dealt with this a far.
I won't be doing it again if that's any concern. If that helps a little bit.
Broken a few.
Caleb,
Yes.
speaking of that, can I roll perception or detect magic or both to see if Vakos's crystal is anywhere around?
Sure. Can you give me a perception?
Alright, perception, and then a detect magic.
See, 20.
It's probably going to be pretty hard to find.
I have a personal guess of where I think it is.
I have a guess.
I have
Looking at the
a pretty good
cage.
idea. I have a pretty good
It's
concept.
either
of
gonna be
where,
in the water, in the cage, or under the floor tile.
or under all of this water as well. That's not
Yeah,
a bad
that was one
place
of the
to
ones I
put
said.
it.
Hey, don't
This is-
count out the
okay.
cracked floor tile.
So,
Maybe one.
You die in.
so you of course, don't see it out and about. You don't, as well, you do not detect a magical presence that you would associate with the crystal. You detect some magic around, just latently in this place, but nothing you'd associate with the same crystal as before. With what you
what-
obviously... Go ahead.
What type of dragon is Vakos again?
Havoc.
Who's
Havoc Dragon.
Havoc is? Oh, there isn't a Havoc magic type. Never mind.
The face side of it, oh, it's like an insecty boy.
Only if I was Paladin and had detect chaos.
Yeah, I know.
So, what you do notice is, of course, near the front where you had all entered in from, near the front of his large cage, a large section of tile there is cracked up for whatever reason. You're able to see that this water goes awfully deep, though is very dark and hard to make much out in. Other than that, you don't notice anything else in particular.
Okay.
I suppose we are lucky that Vakos is likely the oldest and most powerful dragon in the nearby area. Because god damn.
Good question. How does Vakos compare to your Dragon Balmic in terms of power level?
Though he far exceeds my dragon.
That's weird to hear from my end. I'm going to admit, after the stunt he pulled with what happened previously, I was a little bit worried.
Is Vekos the only reason why this region isn't in full-out war?
He might be part of it, but he's not any full reason for anything substantial. We're trying to get him to focus.
You're trying to get him to focus on what exactly? What's going on here?
So, just generally, I tried to have him focus on many things.
Have him actually pay attention. That's fair. How does he... Is it just that he's old and going senile, or is it just that he's predisposed to not focusing on anything?
It's in his nature. He's predisposed to start something, and then probably not finish it unless it's a party.
But that's what his exarchs are for, I'm assuming.
Somebody I used to know.
It's what his exarchs and his compatriots are here for.
Yes, now let's talk about compatriots. Are those... I point at the two big men. Are those exarchs or compatriots?
Those are exarchs. By compatriots, I mean the other two dragons.
Yes, what's the whole deal on them? I have no idea about them or their form or function.
They are working...
One question at a time.
Okay. They are working under Vekos in a sense. Some dragons in this game are realizant that they won't make it far without some assistance, and are able to put some ego away in order to, well, assist another. Usually only the good dragons.
I assume only the ones that are of a orderly evil alignment would be capable of working together, and even then there are difficulties there, obviously.
Correct.
Grabbing for power, if you will.
Yes, Kelgan has thought about trying to join under him, but Vekos won't have that.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Oh, really? Vekos outright rejects him.
Essentially, doesn't trust him.
That's kind of hilarious considering.
Assuming talking to you, there's some merit there. As you would possibly know of why they would be wed.
I've been around for some of their conversations, so I get what Vekos is at. Calgon does not really try to keep himself subtle.
Sorry, I'm still thinking about what you said earlier about what Kelgon thought of our swift departure the last time we saw. That was the third of the options.
Well, I assume option 1 was join, and the option 2 was die. And
No,
we did
option
neither
2
of those.
Option 2 was beg.
Oh, you're
if I
right.
recall.
Essentially. Not having people just fear him is something he's, as I said, not used to. But
I'm not sure if he hates us more or less because of that.
well, I'm sure you can ask him, but I do have to head off.
Yes, of course,
Yes.
please.
Not for keeping you
By
so
all
long.
means.
I'm excited to the present that you left for us.
Yes, is there anything that you can tell us that might help in case the present does decide to attack?
Is the strategy to run away like we always do?
Run away, reindeer.
Try not to hit it with electricity. Careful for poison. Don't use poison against it, Careful with acid, careful with cold temperatures, careful with hot temperatures.
Let's see,
If
and don't feed it
you-
after midnight, right?
Also probably a bad idea. Don't... Well, unless you're very confident in your spellcasting, try not to
And I
cast
am.
spells at it.
Oh, I'm going
Okay.
to have a horrible.
You are, yes.
I'm just sit on the sideline.
And don't touch it or let it touch you.
Bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
watch-
it's just everything about it is bad.
If you can keep it at range, then you're pretty well off.
Ito makes a face. I could still, you know what? I still could probably kill it, actually.
Well, if you do, that's good. If you don't, well, at least I know I made it very well. Good day to you all.
Good day.
Goodbye.
See you, Bomrick.
Bye, Bomber. Speak to you soon.
Of course.
No.
I'm surprised he doesn't use a token to leave.
No, I mean, he's smart about it. He's not going to use tokens. The blend deck has personal attachment, and that's why he left. Besides, if Bomrick has just a flying mount that he can summon, I don't think he needs to teleport.
The blend deck was also a bit overwhelmed
Yeah.
with their situation.
I call Kaguya over.
Do I have Album come with me?
Yeah, if you don't, he's just gonna keep eating from the table. So he's pretty well distracted, but he's
Yeah.
already eaten quite a lot.
I'm gonna rub the top of his head. I'm gonna say, keep eating. I have to go speak with my sisters. So, okay.
he gets right to that.
Caleb,
Well-
I promised you we're gonna get to the thing, the session. Caleb, I promise you.
I
Caleb,
don't know.
I
I don't know.
I don't know.
Kaguya
like
comes
Hour.
over.
Okay, so
Did you have a nice talk with Bomrick? She said, smile.
It
It
was
was
surprisingly
certainly
nice.
She's not bitter about the whole thing, right?
Don't worry.
not particularly, to be honest. I had a surprisingly easy time talking to the blend deck too. It wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Tell
Every-
me, when you were talking to Bomrick, did he mention me? Because I saw him playing over at me.
When was that? Shit. What
no,
When he was
conversation?
talking about our essence, or ascent.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Apparently he has our essence or whatever that means,
Kaguya looks confused.
but not you because he hit us with the fireball, but he didn't hit you.
Oh, that's that weird stuff that casters can do when they touch you with a spell. Okay, and I never
If-
got touched. And I never got touched by his spells.
I'm unfamiliar. Actually, can I roll knowledge arcana to try to figure out what he was meaning when he said that, Caleb?
Sure.
Okay. I want to know. 21.
Oh.
21. So, directly, you're not familiar with it, but it sounds like some sort of meta magic.
Yeah.
What you'd assume is it's something along the lines of when it's damaging someone, you can basically act as though you probably had them there or something along those lines for the purposes of spells. It probably is limited in either some great capacity and either really upping the level of the spell required, that or something along the lines of only being able to do it once.
Alright. That makes sense. And he did just absolutely fuck up that fireball. Like, just juiced it up to hell in the storm, so it's not surprising to me that he just slapped every single meta magical ability he had on it.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, he's not especially hostile right now.
Hmm.
I'm honestly not entirely sure what to make of him, but from our recent conversation, he seems much less inhospitable than we originally thought. I actually don't think he's a bad man. I think he's just kind of in a situation like we are, where
It's wrong place, wrong time. Nothing personal. I
wrong
guess.
place, wrong time, and also a dragon that is not entirely morally aligned.
Tell me, when we saw those bags get thrown into the room, was that the dragon?
I'm trying to think of what
That
what
was
you're-
the dragon, yes.
What are you specifically talking
When
about?
they were trying to
well,
offer us money.
Yeah.
Oh
Back-
yes, no, that was
back
super.
cover.
That was super the dragon, and apparently, Kelgon, his lord, was very confused about our option of just leaving. Apparently, he thought the two outcomes were going to be we accept or we cower in fear, but we just kind of left.
That's at least what the dragon's used to.
The good news, though, is apparently we're quite the wild cards in this game, even with people trying to figure us out. I mean, to be fair, we haven't even exhibited the fullness of our abilities, and
I'm just glad
Furthermore-
we're so popular.
apparently,
Everyone loves to talk about us. No one knows who we're aligned with, what our goals are. Everyone wants to talk to us.
it's quite nice, actually.
It's like being nobility.
Except
Yes,
that
it's-
everyone wants to kill us.
I mean,
But it's
that
like
is
being
a nobility
nobility.
thing. Don't worry, one of us has a very, very strong understanding of how to deal with poisons as well. So
Is it Kara?
Not
I just look at I just look at Rin. I just look at her.
Me?
Anyways, I think
Wait, do I ever remove poison?
no, I'm me. I can make I can make Rin.
Kage, like, doesn't mind a facepalm. Like, oh no.
Okay, well, either way. Is it time for Operation Air Bum? How are we doing?
I'm assuming this is all out of game talk.
This is that is not in character the Air Bum,
Yeah.
but in character like
I put my hand on Kaguya's shoulder. The robotic one.
Okay,
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Do you want us to be with you? Standing by you? Or do you want us to kind of stand far?
Stand with me.
And nod.
nods.
Mm.
Oh, Bomrick did admit one other thing that we should be conscious of.
What's that?
He's given Lord Vakos a gift.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yes, poison doesn't work. Don't touch it. Don't let it touch you. Don't use electricity. Don't feed it after midnight.
Don't careful with hot environments, careful with cold environments.
Don't make fun of its hair.
Don't make fun of its hair, please don't make fun of its hair.
Last
It's
week,
big. It's like Album, but not a dragon.
And don't feed it fish, if I remember. I think he said something like that.
And probably something like that. I grab a fish and just chug it.
Okay.
I don't like that verbiage. The verbiage of chug with a fish. That's
I chug the fish. I chug it.
Oh, shit. Should we tell Kaguya about what's her face being the leader of the guild of the
No!
What's his face? I believe. What's his face?
what's
Give me the gender. Give me the. OP,
Sure.
tell us your gender.
Wasn't it like we usually like we didn't find out?
I don't think you asked.
Yeah.
We did because that's rude to ask.
They're fairly
That's fair.
androgynous.
Yeah, like
Okay.
no, look at the portrait. Like you can't tell just
You can't really.
They
Yes, they. I don't know about them. But Kaguya, you do need to know something about them. I sort of. I assume they are busy just eating and vibing and trying not to catch anyone's eyes.
It's a bad idea.
I don't think we should tell. I don't know, but
I would just keep
Kaguya,
an eye on. I would just keep an eye on them. They don't. I don't know about their dragon's intentions, and I don't know about their own intentions.
Okay. Don't worry. Make sure to keep myself safe.
Okay. I'm going to pee really, really fast. Really, really fast. You can start the opening banter with Venkos. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Come over as Album's eating. He kind of pries himself from the table.
hold on. I'm going to cast a spell on Album.
What? What's spell?
Share language so I can talk to him too.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you can't really talk. You just understand, though.
Okay, I'll just make.
Wait,
him
no.
understand
Oh,
something.
no. It's share. Okay, I thought you can't comprehend languages. No, it's share language. Never mind.
Have you given him the ability to speak common?
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
Huh.
Album.
Album.
That's how you say it in common. Kaguya says, smiling.
Okay. He just kind of starts saying words here and then.
Aw.
Album.
Are you gonna be ready?
Are you ready?
Oh. Yes. Very full. I ready.
Don't be scared, okay?
Okay.
Let's go. Kaguya will start walking with Album towards the
Okay.
Veikos.
And I'll bring Hito over here just generally. Let's
Yeah.
see. So.
Gotta get these good vibes out of me now.
Approach Lord Bigos. Let's see. Or that is that fun? There it goes. You see him kind of roll his neck. There's a bit of a crack as he looks over. Yeah. You're ready to discuss?
Oh my! I just got back. Oh
Like,
no,
bro, I heard this song. I'm like thinking to myself, like, where the fuck have I heard it?
I know this song.
Where is this from?
Splatoon.
Yup,
Okay.
there it is. Come on.
Yes,
Okay.
I suppose. Kaguya, would you like to take the floor?
Veikos, we've come to challenge.
And that's where we end. No, sorry.
Well, alright. So, what's the challenge?
We're going to let out. We're gonna let Album decide who he's gonna stay with.
Ah, I see. Well,
And
I
the
like
conditions
this.
are that when neither side is allowed to use any sort of supernatural, magical, or anything of any sort to influence his decision.
Oh, that's smart. I didn't even think about that. Alright. Well, let me think here. I suppose I'd add one condition. This will take place in 3 days. You've had quite a bit of time to get chummy with Album, and for all I know, there could have been magic casted in that time before I was ever around. So, I'd like 3 days, at the most, to catch up with Album. And then we let him decide.
That seems perfectly fair. The last time you saw him was, what, about 1,000 years ago, maybe?
I wasn't that long. I was so young back then.
You should have seen my hair, dude.
I had the whole hippie look going on.
Bro, you should have seen what these abs could have cut. Oh my god. But
All right, well then, and I start patting Album gently on the head and just sort of moving my hands in circles. I suppose that those terms seem completely reasonable to me. Everyone else?
I nod.
Huggy nods. Vekos,
Yes.
can I assume then that if you're caught to be cheating, you'll disqualify yourself immediately?
Oh, definitely. Hold on, we can get like a third party in here.
Third, I look around. Oh, there's a lot of potential third parties here.
Yeah.
Can you be more specific? Looking up at him.
Outside of both of us. Who exactly are you thinking of, Lord Vekos?
Well, you see, I have a lot of people in mind, but I don't imagine if it's like one of my people, it's the most trustworthy to keep that going, that kind of deal and whatnot. So I got it. I'll send a message to, like, Kelgon or Keist or one of them, and they can act as that mediator.
Well, that sounds
Kelvin.
perfectly fine to me.
I suppose.
Excellent. Well, if that's the case, then I suppose that will mark the beginning of this little challenge.
Oh, how are we to get back here once all is said and done? We were kind of let in by Album a little bit.
Oh shit.
Oh my god!
Oh my.
I assume you're not going too far in 3 days?
No, we'll be around. I'm just like, is there like a token that I could just like slap the walls on the way here, or like locate, or like find the directions? So, is there like a simple solution, or is this going to have to get complicated again?
Containers for a few days.
Well, see, when I want to leave, I just kind of go up, and then the roof moves. So, we'll probably have to ask someone else. I think, though, I could get you a scroll that would let you teleport back here.
Okay, that seems perfectly fine to me. Do you just have one lying around, or?
Probably. Lady Beale probably has one, or he kind of looks down at the other two, the ogre and the Yoni, who are kind of slouched in a big mushroom chair.
Oh, they're not like standing like official guards, they're just
Oh,
vibing.
big chair.
They moved and have thus sat down in a chair now.
Oh, they're super vibing. Oh, that's wonderful.
One of them probably has one. I've made a lot of things that I just don't use, so they probably know where it is in storage.
Do you gentlemen have one? I'm sorry, I didn't get your names earlier.
Just see them shake their head.
Okay, I don't think they have it.
I
Wait.
have one question.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? Lord Vegas.
Hold on, go on, Kara.
Just had a thought.
Me
I
too.
suppose. Yeah. Yes, I know it's a bit of a rare occurrence.
Did you
There's a
just
bit of
say
a-
it's a rare occurrence to him?
No, to me,
Oh, okay.
referring to myself.
Okay, good. I was like, don't fucking insult the big dragon.
I suppose it could be considered a bit of a edge that the last person that Album has spent their time with for an entire 3 days is you. Perhaps on the final day we could each have an hour prior.
To be perfectly honest, Kara, we've been traveling with Album for a while now. I think it's only fair that Vekos does have that edge of, if only 3 days, having the last proper long-term contact with him.
Of course, I'm only perhaps 10 minutes before the final decision is made.
That's alright. I get it. Like, sometimes you're in the presence of a big dragon guy, and you know, like, damn, this is probably not gonna go too well. I'll give you that hour. And as he says that, you see the flames around him spark up for a bit before they settle back down.
I thank you for your kindness, Lord Vekos.
Thank you for
No
your
problem.
kindness. Now, should we go speak with Lady Beale then about that scroll, or is there a... You said you had an idea?
What? I just had a thought.
What was the thought, Lord Vekos, if I mind asking?
Just sitting here, and I was thinking, like, man, what if instead I was green? Then I'd like fit the environment a whole lot more, you know? Because this purple is not really vibing. I mean, go on.
I was thinking the same thing, Vekos.
Oh yes, I see now. This must be done.
Is he just going to make himself green?
Apparently, he's going to.
Waiting for the token tin.
Yeah, right, I'm waiting for the token to just shift to green.
Do not see him turn green.
Okay. All right. Well,
Okay.
thank you for your time, Lord Vekos. I just sort of pat Album again and hold him close, and I hug his snout. Face area.
He kind of boots his snout against all of you.
Oh.
Aw.
His head's big enough to do it, like, in one move.
I give him a good pat.
All right. Then over to Lady Bale we should go. Bale? Lord Vekos, how do you pronounce it?
Oh, don't ask me. She gets onto me for it, too.
He's like Lady Zaya, but the opposite.
I give Album one last hug and then I leave.
Except he doesn't call her Ziti or anything, or Bibi or whatever. It's just he doesn't know how to pronounce her name.
Oh.
God.
Oh, I just realized how difficult this is going to be because we're basically asking her for a key to Vekos' house.
Well,
It's fine. She heard. She likely heard the conversation. It's fine. It's kind of hard to not hear him.
I hope the lady doesn't hate us.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. I've been reading fan fiction this whole time.
She would.
Oh, wait. Just... Okay. I have a question to ask. Actually, I'll ask it later.
Oh, okay.
You see, as you approach, she looks up from a book and closes it, looking more to address you.
I curtsy.
Kara curtsies.
Same.
Could get curtsies.
Okay.
We all curtsy in unison.
We're good
dragons.
enough at that.
The quadruple curtsy. Roll initiative. No. Hold on, let's see.
I gotta find it. Oh,
Social
fuck. Oh shit.
initiative.
Oh fuck. That's not the right one. Oh, I actually rolled it, but it didn't do anything. Never mind. There it is.
There.
Wait, it opened up turn order?
Yeah, my thing I have will automatically throw up turn order when you roll initiative.
Oh my god, stop.
I clicked it a little bit earlier too, and I forgot.
Okay.
Sorry, the sheets are a little laggy here.
That's alright. So yeah, she looks up from her book and places it down among this very disorderly pile. And says, well, at least you're respectful.
Thank you. I'm sorry, did we give off some kind of aura that is distrustful or something?
I've simply heard from the Dwarven one that you're wily, and your conversation with Lord Vacos went on fairly long compared to mine with him, so I could only assume that you could somehow tolerate it.
Ah, he's quite. I mean,
It's a
I am-
talent.
it's a
No, you're
talent.
smart.
I enjoy his vibes, I think is what he called it last time. There's something to be enjoyed about the lackadaisical nature of a being of such power, but that being said, if you wish us to be to the point and businesslike, that's also perfectly fine.
I'm
Pol-
capable of tolerating his cadence.
She kind of looks at you, Hito, and says, "Oh, that last word was polysyllabic. I'm impressed."
I'm looking up what the fuck that means.
Vito would know what that
Now
means, give
Lady
me-
Beale only
Oh,
has
wait.
giant round glasses
I
in
know,
my
I know
eyes.
it means it has
I'm-
multiple syllables.
Yeah,
What I'm wondering.
Many syllables, referring to when you said lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical. Oh, thank you. I see you have a fondness for literature yourself.
I do. So,
What gave it away?
however, I don't believe you're here to be part of a little book club. So, I guess he sent you here for something.
He did.
We were indeed. I am indeed interested in a book club, though.
That can likely be discussed later.
Yes, of course.
For the moment, lady, apologies if this is not the correct pronunciation. Lord Vacos used multiple different forms of your name. Lady Beale?
Though,
Okay, good.
they call me B.
B?
Oh, they took
Lady
off
B?
the L.
Lady B.
B.
Because I'm handing the L to you. Roll initiative.
So
that's
sorry.
actually
She wanted us to pronounce her name BL.
He said you can call her B.
Okay,
That's
Okay.
a good fucking line, that tiny god.
just B or Lady
Yeah.
B.
My name is
forget.
Beal. You can call
She
me
just
B
said-
because I'm handing you the L.
She just said B. All right. Well, B. We were asked to come to you as Lord Vacos did not come up with a solution for us to come back later for the final confrontation doesn't sound like the right word, but for the final part of this little challenge that we have going on, as our guide is currently indisposed. And he said you might have a scroll that would allow us to teleport back here?
I believe I have one. Let me look around here. Oh, where is that assistant? Probably off napping.
You're referring to Archer?
Yes, is she even here?
Yes,
I'm not sure.
they're
Oh.
at the snack bar.
I do think they may have fallen asleep near the fish. I'm not sure.
Excellent.
Is that sarcastic or?
Very much. No, it's very.
You just said it so like placidly and nicely. I was like, oh, maybe it's actually fine.
See here. So. Okay, yeah, there we go. So, yeah, you see her start to root around among these books. But, doesn't seem to be making much headway. Let's see. But she, eventually, while searching, just looks at you all and goes, I don't imagine you have the time to sit here and wait for all this, so I'll just take one from my personal supply.
Oh. Personal supply?
A few on my altered person when I have the need to be, well, Not here.
I see.
Hmm.
Let me see.
She's referring to her human form, right?
Believe so. So you see her begin to morph and shrink down as she then takes on a different form. Hold on.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Nerd spotted.
Nerd.
Nerd
nerd
spot.
spotted.
Lady
Oh,
B
it's
spotted.
you!
Hi! You got a
like
fucking
that.
sword.
Oh
Does
nice.
she have a fucking sword?
You got a sword, or you grand blue character?
She does, though it is sheathed. And she reaches into a bag of holding on her person and pulls out a collection of scrolls.
I don't want to know where that bag of holding goes when she transforms back. I don't want to know where it is.
It doesn't exist when she's in the dragon form.
Mhm.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
You see her rifling through these scrolls before she steps down from the book pile and
Is it one of those things where she also has made a human form that is short for some reason?
let me see.
Is she tall? Is she short? Medium size?
Kind of medium-sized, average size. She's like 5'7".
Okay.
Okay.
That middling height. Okay. I
Each scroll.
extend my hand for the scroll and walk forward and grab it. Thank you.
No problem. I assume that no one will need instructions on how to use these.
No,
Of course not. I'm very competent with scrolls.
she's quite competent. One, do you mind me asking you? It should only be a single question, I hope. But just a question before we leave, if that's all right. You seem very knowledgeable in nature. So, as far as I understand, most dragons typically have hordes. Yes, Our Lady has a horde of, well, the standard gold and bones that many would archetypally suppose dragons keep. Hullard, I believe his name is, over there keeps many chests. And you keep books. What is the horde that Lord Vakos keeps? I haven't seen a horde.
Lord Vakos is not the typical hoarding dragon. He hoards, aside from brain space,
I love Lady Beale. God.
Everyone we talk about Vakos to just fucking dunks on him, but it's also like, I'm also mortally terrified of this man.
he seems to have a horde of this exarch energy or whatever it is we accumulate.
Oh, so his horde is just literally untapped power.
Correct.
That's terrifying.
And interesting.
Have you met Brother Keist?
I don't believe so. I heard his name mentioned by Vakos earlier. He said something about maybe using him or Lord Kelgon as an intermediator, although I'm
Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, although knowing the morality of Kelgon, it made me wary of Keist a little.
Keist is more of a neutral entity. He's, well, perhaps the largest player in the game.
Oh,
Hmm.
You said
The-
brother.
Yes, he is known as Brother Keist.
Ah,
Not
so it is
lord
not
or-
a familial, that is a
Is-
what's the word? A title.
correct. He is not related to us in any traditional sense.
And if I may ask, what sort of dragon are they?
I wish I knew. No one's even seen him.
Oh.
That's even more interesting.
A mysterious dragon.
Why do you bring him up,
If
my
he's the
lady?
largest player in the game, I assume he has some sort of large amount of weight.
Is that what you're referring to, or is there something else?
Do
When you
people
brought up
mostly
hoarding,
Hmm.
when you brought up hoarding, and that you felt that what Lord Vakos has was powerful, I couldn't help but ask and see if you knew of him. He's the largest player because, essentially, he continues to gain ranking in here the more that he protects his hoard. His hoard is but a single item, and as long as he's protecting that, and he's not found, and the more information about him is obscured and unknown, the stronger he gets.
Huh.
Hmm.
And I'm assuming nobody knows what the Horde is.
Not at all. All we know is it's one thing, and
For
that
all we know,
he's
it could be-
dedicated to its protection.
For all we know, it could be a single grain of sand.
Yes, it seems like one of those things that may very well not even be a powerful artifact as one would anticipate. Hmm.
But yes, he's quite powerful in terms of what gets him ranking, as is Lord Vakos, definitely. But if you wish to not help Vakos progress any further, and trust me, with your situation, that's not easy, try to talk to him as little as you can.
I have a
Does he
question.
gain power the more he parties and and talks with people?
Actually, I have a theory. Is he partially siphoning off our power currently?
Not quite. He
What is-
more receives power when his ego is boosted to some degree.
Ah.
Essentially, back there, I'm not sure what happened, but you had given him a few points in that regard, or at
I
least allowed him to gain some points from your situation.
So, being courteous to him is a bad thing, which is why everyone insults him.
Oh, no, doing anything involving him is a bad thing. If you're not courteous, he'll know how to flip the situation. That will boost his ego and get him points. If you are courteous, well, obviously that's just going to help him more. As I said, the best way to fight that is to not talk to him.
It's very interesting how you're giving us these pointers.
Oh, yes. If you don't talk to him, I don't have to hear him.
So,
That
is,
seems fair.
is that why he talks to people to try to get a response to gain more power? Or is he
Oh.
simply just one of those individuals who likes talking?
It's a bit of both. He's aware at times, but he's naturally set himself up in a situation here where he will just innately get power. Here, you're almost always under the effects of a sanctuary. You can't fight, and thus, most anything you do will have to be social. Combat and whatnot gains him nothing. So, the more he can talk, the more he can boost his ego, or make someone happy or mad, or express some extreme emotion, the more he gains.
Now, does that mean that any losses that he takes are doubly effective in pulling him down then?
Oh, very much so. If you can bruise his ego, you'd shatter mountains of points. But that's not easy at all.
Because he's gained so much power already.
He's also just like that.
Pretty much.
Tends to mentally twist a bad situation into a possible good one.
Oh yes, he unfortunately does that very often.
But he's, as far as I'm aware, people keep saying that he's stupid or ineffective, but also that his mind is a massive enigma of constant thought. That he's both intelligent and a fool at the same time.
Oh yes, he has purposely set this up himself. He's an absolute genius to have gotten it done. However, you've heard him.
I
There's
have
no,
heard him.
there's no way you can compare anyone of significant intelligence to him.
So you're suggesting it's possibly some sort of act?
You know, I never considered that. I always just thought he'd be constantly genuine, given the type of dragon he is.
Ah, so it's not that he's not thoughtful or intelligent, it's just that he says what's on his mind constantly.
I suppose
Anyone
that's
can
a good way of looking at it.
anyone can sound stupid if they just let their train of thought come out and don't really,
Let it
you know,
barrel
actually
through the
keep track of it.
station.
Well, yes.
Exactly.
Interesting.
He'll
What?
thankfully keep quiet if no one's talking to him, but the moment someone is, he just doesn't want to stop.
Oh, I can assure you, he's constantly talking, but not out loud.
It is a shame, but Our Lady is under his constant assault in that manner.
I must say,
Mhm.
though I am vehemently against your dragon, that poor soul.
She really.
We
can all-
thank you for your...
Yes, thank you for your sympathies. I don't think anyone deserves a fate quite like that. That being said, would you have? It's not detrimental nor beneficial to Our Lady to. It's beneficial in terms of her having inner peace, but it doesn't give us any actual tangible benefits in this game to have this. But is there any way you could think that she might be able to block him out? It really does disturb her a lot, and I'm worried that if she gets angry enough, there could be very bad consequences for the whole region.
I see. Well, I can't think of anything in particular that can stop the psychic bond we all share. But if you could perhaps find a way for her to break his ego at least once, turn the situation on him, which once again, I'm highly doubtful of. If she could do that at least once, it might make him more wary of future endeavors to talk to her.
That sounds exactly like the type of approach she would appreciate. Alright, we could certainly do something like that. Thank you, Lady B.
No problem.
Sorry, B. May I ask? You are quite friendly for a dragon who supposedly opposes Our Lady. Is there a particular reason for that, or are you just enjoying your time here?
I oppose the dragon, not you.
Well, thank you. That's very, very nice of you.
Especially after what the dwarves said about us.
Yes.
Oh, it's not taken long in this conversation for me to tell that you're nothing as I expected of you.
That is what we keep being told. Every time we fight and every time we talk to somebody, we are not what people anticipate.
Kara chuckle.
God, giggles a little.
I'll be very fair. My first impression is that you would come in here and try to fight.
Wasn't off the table, I suppose.
It
I-
certainly wasn't, but
I mean,
definitely
but-
was not the smartest option.
Nor did we think that there was a good reason to start doing it, and also we don't just infinitely crave violence. Hito kind of looks down, does the like fingers together thing, and looks down, kind of ashamed a little bit. But no, we're more than happy to talk. We just, in our line of work, don't get a whole lot of time to do so, you could say.
But we do when we can.
Of course.
And we prefer to do that.
Well,
Yes.
I appreciate such things. If you're ever near my lair, feel free to come by.
Where, pray tell, would that be?
We're about to get a new map marker. Nice.
Oh, I thought Lord Vakos would have spilled all that information already.
Oh, don't worry. He's at least a little tight-lipped about his compatriots.
I think he doesn't. It's so strange. He again. It seems like he's aloof and not really care. But there's something about the way he speaks sometimes that makes it clear when he doesn't want to communicate something. I'm not sure if that's just an imagined thing or something else.
Do you have a map?
Yes, I pull out a map.
The map.
The map.
The map.
Let me see. So, she goes onto your map and will mark it.
Let me mark that on your map.
Where did I go?
There's another settlement that needs help.
There's another settlement. There's another settlement. There's another.
Oh,
The
new map
party.
marker?
Oh, pause.
New map marker!
New map marker.
The map marker.
We're far closer than I expected.
Activate the pulse.
I was told that Lord Hullard is far, far away from where we are. I assumed you would also be very distant.
Oh no. That's just generally where I like to stay. In terms of layer, you could find those all over the place.
Oh, so that's just the closest one then.
That would be the closest one, yes.
Interesting.
As well where I most commonly stay due to my allegiance with Lord Vakos.
Caleb,
And
Can I take a guess and assume that a lot of these layers are libraries?
Oh no, quite the opposite. They're more places for me to learn, but not in the book sense.
Interesting.
in that case, is there anything we should be wary of if we are going to give you a visit?
Yes, will your exarchs attack us, as is tradition?
I only have one Exarch, and that's Archer.
Pardon me?
I thought this was discussed earlier.
Oh, yes, that's correct, but I apologize. I really do not mean to insult you in any way, but typically don't the number of exarchs equate to a recognizable amount of the power most dragons hold?
That would really depend. If we take Brother Keist as an example, as far as we know, he has absolutely no Exarchs, as that would only harm him in the game. And yet he's the farthest ahead. Exarchs are a show of resource. It shows that you have the means to have multiple people under your liege. For many dragons, that does equate to power. It means that they have those that naturally raise their ego and help them to think more of themselves and their actions, thus propelling them further in the game.
And also accomplishing the tasks that they may personally find difficult to achieve.
Exactly.
And I'm
Especially with how things can be in the game for us dragons.
And I'm assuming you require that less than others.
Exactly.
If I were to take a guess, is your purpose, is the way that you gain power through experiencing and growing and learning and creating a fountain of knowledge around yourself and within yourself?
That's a way to look at it. But I'll leave it for you to find out.
And I suppose this might sound like a strange question to come from an exarch who's under another dragon, but it's strange to me to hear that you would tell us about what powers Lord Vacos, considering that you were one of his constituents. Do you not want him to win?
It's not that. It's just most of the time he'll say it anyway. When it comes to him, there's not a lot of secrets to be kept. And besides, you're very pleasant to talk to. I wasn't sure how else to really keep you around.
Thank you very
Oh,
much.
Mm.
You're
Well,
very sweet.
if I do have a question, require a question of things of knowledge, would you be the one that I would want to go to?
If you're seeking something, then one of my layers is very likely to have what you need.
Would
Well,
you say your current lair is the best of them?
Well, of course it is. That's where I stay.
That's very good to
Oh, Hito's really liking her. She's kind of grinning from ear to ear. She kind of has to restrain herself from having her mouth start to slip open in that weird, gross way. Well, it was awfully nice speaking with you. I'm going to be honest. I assumed that most of the dragons in this game would be akin to something like our first encounter with Lord Kelgon's troops.
Oh, no, they are. We here are the greatest bit of respite that you'll find in terms of draconic interactions.
liars, if you will.
Correct.
Mm.
If there's others like us, then they are far out of the range that we can speak to them.
By any chance, did you hear about when we first met Lord Kelgon?
I did not.
Would you like to?
But of course, knowledge is power.
Well, when we had first met Kelgon, we had defeated 3 of his exarchs. And as we were collecting things from from the exarch's pocket house, let's say, he opened one of the doors and offered us a large bag of gold, asking if we would like to speak to him. We said no, and then we left.
It's also worth noting we did defeat those exarchs freshly after being exarched ourselves with no comparable power, at least at the time, or at least artificially gained through the game.
Well, it happened to be that dwarf that you talked to earlier.
Well, that is quite impressive.
Hito kind of puffs out her chest and looks proud.
I must say, if things do not work out with Zaya, I imagine you'll already have a laundry list of offers. But of course, I would like to put mine in there.
Well, thank you. That is
I would
appreciated.
ask.
We'll take it under consideration, I suppose.
I do have a question. Do you have any stories about Bobrick?
Of him,
Uh-oh.
of him specifically.
Yes.
Yes, everywhere we go, we seem to talk to people and they seem to know at least vaguely of him, so I assume he's of some renown.
I remember he's been to one of my lairs before, but I can't really speak on that.
Very well. Sorry, it was just
Is there any information that about Bomrick himself that is known by many that we would not know ourselves. He seems to be decently influential, but nobody really tells us what he does, and even when he tells us, it's very vague.
As far as I'm aware, he does a lot of dealings with the underworlds.
Hmm.
Yes, I sort of gleaned that for some things that we found.
Oh yes, he has quite a large book full of, true names. So he has quite a arsenal to call on.
True names. Now, that I assume does not only include demons and devils either.
It likely has much more, but I've never looked at it. But it'd be an interesting read, I'm sure.
Do names truly hold as much power in this game as we've been made to believe? It seems like everyone's quite cagey about giving theirs.
I'm assuming it's part of the magic. You can do dangerous things with somebody's true name.
It's very dependent. That's about what I can say. I hold no merit to it myself, but those who have been in this game longer seem to try and keep them away.
Like Archer, for example, who refuses to give us their name.
Mm-hmm.
Or perhaps they don't
Correct.
have one?
I simply know them as Archer.
Oh. Alright then. That's interesting. Would it be a good idea to hold titles? I suppose you have said you don't really think it's important either way, but
If you feel that they're important, then I'm sure perhaps these things tend to work, that they will gain some importance and thus become powerful to some degree.
is that really what this game is like? Do things just become powerful by the belief that they hold some kind of power?
Sorry, but I can't speak on that.
That is fair. I
The game
apologize.
does not allow me.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Wait,
Oh,
what
no.
was the question? I zoned out for like 2 seconds.
What I said was, is it true that in this game things become powerful by the implication or by the belief that they are powerful? And she said that she could not speak on that because the game would not allow her to.
Actually,
Alright.
I do have. If we're all done with questions, I do have one more. It's a bit of a personal question.
Go ahead.
I'm going to be honest, B. We've got about 3 days to burn, and I don't know the area very well. Do you have any recommendations in the area of things to
Bruh.
Any restaurants you like going to?
Let me see here. As in the modem above.
even within the near vicinity of the modem?
Let me think on that.
Interesting magical science.
Well, there's of course the forest to the south. There's always something going on in them. And I believe...
Would that be the one
ahead.
that goes across the river, or are those two separate forests?
Those would be two separate forests.
Excellent. There was also some very interesting things happening in the other forest. Wanted to make sure they were separate.
Kaguya looks at Kara and Hito and Bonded Mind asks, should we tell her about the centipede?
No.
I don't think it's going to be a problem for her, so best not to mention it.
Fair enough.
Actually, I guess we can mention it then if it's not really pertinent.
By the way, what's your opinion on large centipedes?
The Titanic kind.
Of course.
Ugh. They're interesting, but not really viable for the things I do.
What about if they were undead and filled with spiders?
That's much more interesting. You wouldn't happen to have one of those, would you?
Not on our person, but I'm speaking about what we found in the forest to the west.
I see.
They are not working. The spiders and the centipede are not working together, which I find most interesting.
I'll have to do some study into that.
I believe they were a specific kind of spider, but I don't remember the exact name. Hito, do you remember?
Okay, so
Oh fuck.
You guys, do you remember what the fuck the spiders were called?
I keep thinking black spider, but that's obviously not their name.
It was like ebony spider or something.
believe-
Obsidian spider? I don't know.
No, I think it
No.
was ebony spider.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was ebony spider.
Ebony
Actually, hold
spider?
on.
It was Eben Spider.
I believe it was
Ebony
I believe it was a small colony of ebon spiders.
And you fought them?
Yes, we both came out somewhat scathed, but in the end, we managed to get the centipede riled up, and before we could kill it, it ran away, and the ebon spiders ran away with it,
Mhm.
not wanting to lose their host. But we did considerable damage and even killed a few of the ebon spiders before that occurred.
Did they bite you?
They bit one of us.
Two.
Two.
It was not great.
Very interesting.
So you've been afflicted by the curse.
Yes.
We've done our best to
Mhm.
reduce the effects of the curse.
I believed we got rid of them. I hope we did. That was my impression, at least.
Yes, we did use a couple potions of.
No. The remove curse was casted on them by Rin. But I
No,
did
one
use
of
some-
them. One of them was a potion. One of them was a cast of remove curse.
Ah, yes.
Mhm.
Were you able to get past its magical antibodies then?
That I don't know. I'm not sure how to check. Do you?
I used my skill as an alchemist to get rid of the actual venom itself. And you would suppose that getting rid of one and then getting rid of the other would affect both, but perhaps not.
No, the antibodies. Well, I'm not sure how well you're all versed in anatomy.
I'm very. Hito's eyes light up, and she kind of does like. I am very well versed in anatomy. It's one of my
Well.
major studies, actually. She kind of blushes, realizing she sort of jumped the gun a bit.
Well, the antibodies, a part of the poison, will naturally latch onto blood vessels. The antivenom wouldn't get rid of that, but of course it'd get rid of the effects of the venom. Basically, have you ever fought anything that's naturally resistant to spell casting?
Don't believe yet, actually. We haven't really.
We haven't come across such a creature yet.
Some things are very hard to damage with spells. Their latent magic tends to negate or simply stop any sort of magical attack or harmful effect that would get to them. Some powerful casters can get by that. This acts similarly so. If the antibodies are affected, you need to get past that initial resistance, or else it's simply going to, well, lay dormant and almost in a way, play dead. After about a week, then the full effects will have set in, and, well, simply put, remove curse won't get rid of it.
Ah, fantastic. Great. Good. Good.
Well, that's
Good.
something to do with 3 days.
Oh,
Would you perhaps
so
know somebody?
that could deal with it?
Yes. If the
Only-
possibility is there.
I only know about 2 people that could have that power.
I'm assuming neither of them are in the near vicinity.
One is.
I turn.
Don't tell me it's Vacos.
I turn.
So Album, check it out. So I got it. Ah, damn it. Album, can you hold these cards?
I look back
There's
at
no
Lady
way they
Neil.
can bond.
It can't be him, can it?
It was very nice talking to all of you.
Oh, Lady Neil! Oh,
In that
no.
case, who is the other?
The other is... Do you know of all of Kelgan's Exarchs?
No, we
We
only
know
the
of
3 major players.
3.
But I think I know who you're talking about. Is it the Medusa?
No.
Is it the Blendek?
I'm sorry. I'm not too sure why, but the game won't allow me to speak of them.
So there's a 4th Exarch.
Well, I assume Kelgon has
Oh,
many,
okay.
and we just fought the 3 that were available at the time.
Oh, yes, Kelgon keeps many Exarchs.
Is it the most powerful Exarch? Because I remember Kelgon having one that was more stronger than Bomric.
2,
Okay.
actually. 2 stronger than Bomber.
Yes, I do believe we heard that.
I would be able to confirm that yes, they are one of his stronger Exarchs.
I see.
Do you know if they are on good terms with Bomric?
Not really.
Not really on the don't know, or not really on the they aren't on good terms?
I don't really know.
Alright.
I don't get into inner Exarch politics too much.
I assume that doesn't benefit you as much as your studies, and you'd rather focus on those.
Exactly. I'm more worried about the capabilities of Exarchs.
How much
And
do
you
know
can't
about
tell
it?
us about their capabilities at all, because the game, for some reason, won't let you.
I'll be fair. I'll talk all day about my fellow dragons, but I'm not going to share too much on Exarchs.
Well, that just wouldn't be sporting, would it?
Not at all. After all, it's your little game to play with one another.
Yes. It's...
I'm actually quite interested. We haven't been on the game very long. I would like to know what sort of things you know about us,
Besides what we've told you.
besides what we have told you.
About that, and that you're under the working of Lady Zaya.
Everyone keeps talking about her as if she is very dangerous if she gets far along in this game.
Oh, she is.
And as far as I'm aware, she wasn't on the radar until we showed up.
Oh no, she was very much on the radar.
Oh,
In fact, that's most of why Lord Hallard is here.
what interest does he have in Our Lady?
It's not necessarily interest. You see, there are plenty of dragons who are partaking in this game, and some of us would just prefer that ones like her don't win. And thus that's what we dedicate our place in the game to.
Ah, so he's a righteous and just type of dragon, then, that is to be assumed.
In a sense, yes. he has a lot going on with him, but it's what Lord Vakos has assigned him to do. Me and Lord Vakos are dealing with our own issues.
I'm assuming we're not allowed to know about those.
Can't really talk about them.
Can't say which dragon they're pointed towards.
Not really.
Are there other threats in the region we should know about?
Other than Kelgan.
Well, all these little guilds that Lord Vakos has started up and had us starting up has attracted some unsavory sorts from other dragons. So I'd be careful about rogue exarchs that are just out and about.
So even in the safest city in the continent, we are not safe. Even in the safe city, even in the good safe one.
But what did you
Well-
expect, Hito?
Well, that's mostly due to your circumstance, but yes.
Hito just lowers her head and looks exhausted.
Also, it's technically the safest city, for you at least.
I'm assuming certain cities are safe for others.
That are, say, domiciles of specific dragons, and their exarchs going there are much safer.
Well, there's that, but I'd say that Elathun, which is much farther to the west, is a much safer city overall. However, something seems to have set them off about the game, and for whatever reason, they are vehemently against it. Exarchs are not safe anywhere near there, and they have even sent out paladins specifically for hunting exarchs.
Oh my god. Hito just like... She just sits. She just sits down.
Do you need some water?
Please. Please.
She pulls out like a very fancy goblet from her bag of holding, and just uses create water and prestidigitation to cool it.
Oh, thank you. I take a sippy.
It's
And
nice and
Andrew-
cold.
I drink of the water and hand her back the cup daintily and say thank you very much.
Oh, you can keep it.
All right. Thank you. I'm going to add goblet to my inventory. I guess. I'm
Free
never giving
goblet.
this away or selling it. I am never giving this away or selling it.
My lord.
So, is there anything else I can help you with before I return to my books?
Oh, sorry. Are we keeping you?
Not really. I've been choosing to talk with you.
Well, that's very sweet of you. Thank you. Kara, do you have any more questions? Usually, you're the one who likes to keep quizzing.
No, I'm perfectly fine. I look over to my other two sisters.
I also do this.
I'm so fucking sorry.
I don't
I'm
have
so
any questions.
sorry.
Well, I'm having fun. I guess.
You haven't gotten to Earth yet.
Tiny, are you here?
You not hear me?
Oh,
Uh,
I can hear you now. Yeah, I was just wondering if you had anything to say to her.
Yeah, I said I don't have any questions.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear that. Maybe I just wasn't. All right. We should be good then. Do you think Lord Hullard would even be willing to talk to us, especially with? Oh, she's gone.
Hold on.
Oh, yes. Okay, I thought she just like dipped.
It sinks into the books, lost in the
Wait,
sauce.
are the
Lost
books
in the
bigger?
Lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
Books bigger?
Do what?
Are the books bigger than human-sized books?
Yeah, they're a bit bigger. They're not stupidly huge, but
What?
they've been sized up.
They're like a human could read them, but it's like one of those ridiculous, like hefty looking tome things you'd see in like a cartoon or something.
Yeah.
Would speaking with Lord Hullard be a good? Would he even want to talk to us?
He doesn't
Especially-
mind talking with us.
Well, I'm just especially considering.
I'm sure he wouldn't mind, but keep in mind that he's fairly ill, and mostly you'll just be talking to his exarch.
Yes.
I think for now it'd probably be best to leave him alone.
Actually, I'm sorry, I said we were done with questions, but do you know what her deal is?
Not really.
The orbs.
Okay. She just seems... It seems like their relationship is one where the power balance has shifted in a way it shouldn't.
If I were you, I'd probably ask a different dragon's opinion. I don't think much on the relation of exarchs and their dragons.
That's fair. Thank you, B. I appreciate you very much, and it was lovely talking with you.
Of course. You can all come back anytime.
Of course, we'll definitely be coming back later, in at least 3 days' time.
Coming back later.
We should probably get going now. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'll admit this place is lovely, but it is starting to. There's something somewhat unsettling about it.
We also do need to go check our friends.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
Make
God.
sure they're not in trouble.
What time would I be? Like, obviously, I can't see the sun, but what time would I approximate it being aroundish?
Go ahead.
How do we get
It's
out
my
of
internal clock app, bro.
That's true.
Conjuring fireworks.
You also don't know a direct way out, but
Here? Yeah, no, we don't.
Oh, we were just walking the way we came in.
Here.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Is
yeah,
that-
it's hurting me as well, man. We gotta leave him here. It was part of the agreement.
See him in 3 days. We'll see him in 8 sessions.
I wait.
3 days equals 8 sessions.
Oh
you're
my
right.
God! It is gonna be 8 sessions, though.
Don't
We
jinx
will-
it, please.
I will speed this along a bit. I'm not gonna rush y'all, but this
Yeah,
will not
Well,
take.
if you don't physically rush us, I'm sorry, but
I'm
it is
gonna-
going to be at least 8
We
sessions.
like talk. Unfortunately, I like talking to people.
Unfortunately, I was like,
So, let's see. With that, I assume, are you taking the same way you came in?
Gonna try.
we're gonna try.
I suppose.
Wait,
Give
wait,
me
wait,
a
wait,
s-
no, wait, hold on. Bomrick went the other way. Let's go
Yes,
the
he
way
did.
Bomrick went because that's probably smarter.
No, I think it leads out a different area.
Yeah.
Yes, but it will lead us out easily and not into the sewers.
No, I
No,
think
it
it'll
still
be the
leads
same
to
thing.
sewers, but it's just a different path in the sewers.
Yeah, like.
Maybe.
You
Alright.
can take that way.
Anyways, let's go see. Make sure Tiny's kids okay.
We take the way we came.
Yeah.
Take the way you came? Okay.
Do we get to do that? Is that allowed?
Yes. So, yeah, going back
Good.
through the amorphous brick path, it does take a while to get used to the pathway as the bricks move, as sometimes you just hit a wall and have to search around for where the path continues. But you do eventually make your way out and back into the northwestern field of the modem.
Okay. Can we talk for a second? Can we all talk for a second outside of the prying ears and eyes of that place?
Sure.
That was weird, right? Like, I loved it. It was very good. I loved talking with
What
everyone.
was so weird about it?
The fact that we weren't being attacked or killed or mauled for once.
I mean, they are
Well-
good dragons.
Yeah.
That's true.
Not to mention that it was a party. It'd be in poor taste to kill or do anything to anyone.
I guess.
Anyway, we gotta make sure to be on the lookout for this gift.
Yeah, and this.
The one that we shouldn't feed fish to.
And I think we should keep an eye out on Archer. They were around here already, and they knew where we lived.
Mm-hmm.
So they likely will be possibly fighting us later. The way they spoke, they might actually try to attack us at some point, but it's unclear. I am going to say I did not expect. I feel like a stripper. People are constantly throwing money and offers at me.
I think there's a
Well-
much nicer way to put that than
There definitely is, but that was the only one that came to mind. quite.
You realize that doctors are often perceived for their value, not their bodies.
I'm sorry. I am a little flustered. You'll have to forgive me. That
Why'd you put it in that way? Is there something I should know about?
no, it's just it was whimsy. I don't know. Leave me alone. That last conversation got me very flustered.
It's okay, Hito. They say I pat her on the shoulder. We all have our skeletons.
We all have our stripper moments.
Shit. Shit.
Alright, Caleb, it's okay. I know that hit close to home. It's fine.
I'm.
Okay, alright, we gotta stop. We gotta stop right now.
Before you switch bands.
I just I mean it feel what the analogy was mostly about, it feels like
okay.
Everyone has this. No. I'm saying it feels like everyone really likes us or is really
It's not that
admiring us
people
from afar.
don't like us, it's that they don't hate us and don't know enough about us, so they want to know more. You wouldn't be openly hostile to someone you don't know yet.
No, I'm saying we keep getting offers from dragons.
Well, Hito, it's because, as you would put it, we're that hot new piece of ass around the block.
Shut up! I smack her in the back of the head.
I'm just sitting here fucking smiling watching this all go down.
Anyways, I'm starting to get worried about Travis and Cyrus. Let's go make sure they're
Travis.
Okay.
I'm very sure Cyrus can handle any problem in this town.
Travis and Cyror.
Cyro.
Okay, I said Cyrus. Fuck off.
I would like to.
You said Travis.
Yeah, I know. I said.
I finished the second half of what that should have been.
Look, his name is Travis from now on. Okay.
Whenever we're in. Oh.
Now go ahead, Hito.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, I would like to speak with Lady Veal again at some point if we're ever in that area.
You mean Lady B?
It's yes. Lady B. Yes. Sorry, what were we talking about again?
Let's head on home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we were talking about going home.
Yes, right. Yes, of course. You see Hito's face is like really flushed, and she's just sort of staring off. She walks with you home.
Regev, I have idea.
You have idea, Tiny?
What if you exarch Cyrus?
Oh my god.
God,
that'd
if
be
I
funny.
fucking that you know, Tiny?
Big brain. Big brain. Lady Zaya won't exarch him, but we don't need Lady Zaya. You exarch him.
You're
Once you
allowing
figure it out.
me. You're allowing me. You're giving me the option of becoming the person whose ego fuels my own power.
Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
you like if anyone who's
that's
dragon
already
like,
how it
you
is.
are the dragon like.
Yeah.
My character would be like anything that makes the greatest story would boost her ego and give her points. So you just have to do wild shit, but Kara is actually doable, you know.
Oh boy!
One
Hi,
other-
Caleb.
One other thing that's important, we have to figure out a way of dealing with Lord Vakos other than just not talking to him, because we're going to have to talk to him. But knowing now that everything we say to him that is nice and polite,
You know, what gave him power was us having was being a little insecure. When he was like, I need 3 days with album, and we're like, alright, for the last hour, can we have him? And he's like, oh, you just need the last hour? And he gets power from that.
oh my god,
That's
that
where he
was
got
a fucking
power.
moment.
Because
Yeah,
it was
I
like, we
I know
feel
that. I
like
figured that
overlords.
instantly whenever they said that.
So we just have to be confident around him.
I just
And not talk too much with him, because that's what all the other dragons found out.
Like, 3 days with one person, like a lot of things could change in 3 days, and he could say like, "Oh, they're using you for power."
I don't know, but he's not going to lie to him. Remember,
We don't know that.
No, remember, Vacos is incredibly above board in his nature. He's very
He
blatantly
wouldn't
honest.
lie.
He wouldn't lie. I know there's
Kara
an inherent
doesn't trust him.
I know Kara doesn't, but like, Vacos is just. If there's anyone we can trust, it's Vacos because he's just gonna tell us what he's doing. Like, he would be like, I'm gonna, like, kill you now, dudes. And we'd be like, okay, cool. In, like, a week? Yeah, sure, in, like, a week. And then we leave town, and he's like, oh, fuck, dude. Well, they ran away from me, so that's a big ego boost anyway.
Mel, you're saying that, like, by Wednesday he wouldn't forget that he was supposed to kill us.
But that's what I'm saying, like, no matter what we do, he wins. This is so frustrating. It's not like he's a bad... It's just, no matter what we do, he gets further along in the game. We have to figure out a way for Lady's Eye to break his ego. Anyways,
Sorry, I'm still just sitting.
Like the only way we're gonna beat him like in this game is if we roast him hard enough. That's literally
Right?
Yo mom.
Right, that's what
I'm
I
still-
was thinking. We need to find some dirt. We
Yo,
need to
why
find
didn't we
something
just
fucked
challenge him
up.
to a Yo Mama contest? Come on, guys.
Because
No,
he would
I don't
win.
think.
No, he
I
would
think
win.
he's the
He would
greatest
win,
fucking
Tiny.
Yo Mama player in the goddamn.
He's the
universe.
Yeah.
most powerful frat boy to ever exist. He would destroy us. He's nice, but if given the opportunity, he could rip us apart with words. He could
Yeah.
fucking out-rap us years into the future. He could fucking set up a diss track that makes me die on the spot when I hear it. I would be dead by
This
the
track
fucking
where the
phone
last
call.
word is power word kill and kills you instantly.
I would die by the fucking end of the phone message part. Okay?
Caleb, please tell us we're correct in our assumption.
I will tell you this. Yes, you would have absolutely no chance in a Yo Mama competition against him.
God.
Just
Thank
break us.
God.
He would just break us. Anyways, we're
Oh,
back at
God.
the house now.
Wait, but none of us have mamas.
Oh.
What if he knows that?
He pulls up the receipts.
All it's gonna take is one Yo Mama joke from him.
Yo
And
Mama
then-
ain't real.
He'll instantly delete us.
we would just give him infinite power. He would just keep going, and we would keep losing, and he would give infinite power. He would never do it of his own volition. But if
Yo-
given the chance, we would just make him win the game if we did that.
Yo Mama's hoard's so small.
Your mama's horde's so small.
As we approach the like domicile, like as we're getting close down the street, I say, you know, I didn't realize that dragons didn't require physical hordes; that they can be metaphysical as well and conceptual. That's terrifying.
So can a dragon just hoard a bunch of jokes? Just really good jokes and they don't tell anybody?
Oh no! You know that's a thing.
Because I know
Well-
copper dragons tend to be tricksters.
As well as you're approaching the house,
Thanks, Rick.
Oh.
you start feeling that mental emptiness, and hear, dear sisters,
Oh, hello, ladies.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
I
We
see that you have visited Lord Vacos,
I am
Yes.
sorry. I am terribly sorry.
and he is still alive. Or at least not dissuaded from contacting me and telling me all about the visit and the party.
So you don't
We-
need us to regale to you what we have learned.
We have found a possibility
No.
of a way to keep Lord Vacos from contacting you constantly.
And how would I do this?
Do I
We
get
are
we can
currently-
kind of-
Oh, sorry.
Well, I was going to say, do I get the vibe that she is like, because we can sort of get emotions across in the space. Do I get the vibe that her interest is incredibly piqued by that statement?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
you
Yeah.
you feel she
There's like an
might have-
intensity.
She hits you with the eyes emoji right now.
Yeah.
There's currently something that you could say to him that would completely make him not want to contact you anymore. And we're
And
currently
what would that be?
we're workshopping it.
I
Let's
will
see.
further.
Let
If
me.
if you personally are able to, in words, harm his ego in any feasible fashion, that itself would dissuade him from talking to you almost instantly.
Yes.
But doing so is extremely difficult. At least finding the opportunity to do so will be very difficult.
what we have garnered is essentially his ego is what gives him power, which I'm sure you had some semblance of understanding prior to.
I think I know how, or our one chance is. I'm assuming that we're going to win this challenge, and you'd probably want to, I guess, tell him all about how you just lost.
Oh, I just got it out of character. We win the challenge. Lady Zaya immediately
Roast the fuck out of him.
in Mind Palace, lick my balls.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
I heard my exorcs did Sukan, and they're like, oh, what's Sukan? Sukan, he's nuts. And it ends the call.
But
Obliterated from the game. No points.
I think that will actually work. I think that will actually work.
No,
It's not-
I'm pretty sure he knows every. We just have to hit him with the punchline instantly. We can't let him get the opportunity to swap.
That's true.
Yes.
We can't
we can't let him respond. His ego is not only that of just ridiculously big for. There's nothing mundane about him or any dragon, but it's not just in that sense. He hoards his own ego, and in order to break him and defeat him, or even just cause him to not want to talk to you, you need to show that you can hurt him with words. Hurt him in such a way that if he tries to communicate with you, you could theoretically hurt him again enough that he wouldn't want to risk it.
I see.
I know that's very up your alley, my lady, but he's very hard to hurt. I assume you've probably tried to say nasty things to him in the past.
I have
The
tried on many
conversational
occasions.
bond. He is a.
I guess the answer here is you need proper ammunition against them rather than just an insult.
I believe that is where our side of the thing is going to come in.
Yes. The bad news is that you don't want to know anything about him. And so learning that yourself firsthand is pain. Inconceivable pain. But for us, he loves to talk.
So you'll complete this little trial you're doing, beat him, and then through that and information, supply me with what I need in order to cease this contact.
That is the current plan. I will admit there's a bit of a downside in that, per Lord Vakos' decision, as we chose the challenge per se. He added his 2 cents of the full challenge will be completed in 3 days' time. So you will have to survive at least till then.
I will do my best.
You've been dealing with him for decades, if not longer, my lady. I'm sure you will be able to stave off a ravenous, uncurable rage for a few more days, hopefully.
God damn it.
If it's any benefit, none of the other dragons under his direct employ like him either. So,
I will say, there is something that I know is a bit of a trope, and in a good way to get back at somebody who's been talking to you constantly, and that is to find something they say frequently, and then say it back to them in a new context where they are.
no, but he'll take that. No, you can't do that because he'll take that as imitation, and that's the sincerest form of flattery.
Yes, you are correct.
He will try to worm it back around as a victory, so we need to assure that it is something that will hurt him when it is said.
Simple. If he thinks that we put a lot of effort into this, he will see that as a form of flattery, that we would go so far in order to beat him like this.
The insult needs to be simple but effective.
I will
He is just
say,
fucking him.
Hmm.
I'm sure that I can stave off for a while. I've grown a bit more accustomed to these pets you've brought by.
Oh, really?
Yes, they seem to have a predisposed nature to, well, things of my interest when you give
Worship?
them the opportunity. Oh, more than
The
just
killing,
that.
I'm assuming.
Oh,
Oh, yes. They very much, like me, like to play with their food. And I think that this was a very good thing you've brought by here. The smell has become a lot more subtle.
Lady Zaya, what exactly do you mean?
Smell.
What are they
That's
doing? What are they doing? Lady Zaya, what are they doing?
Hito very fun.
Oh, they're hunting for you!
Well, they're
That
hunting for
can-
themselves at the current moment, but that can be something that in the future they may be more capable of once they're strong enough to obtain larger prey.
That's indeed a way you can interpret it.
Are they,
Saying that it is an
are they
incorrect
killing
way to-
people? Are they killing people, my lady?
Oh no, there's no people around here. Not yet, at least.
What are they killing? Just animals?
I sense that I should probably keep that to my personal accords
I mean,
and let you all continue as you are.
all right, very well. I'm not opposed to it. I'm just the mystery is worrying me, my lady. That's all I'm saying.
Of course. However, I would not like to bother the more sensitive of the sisters.
Ren.
I think she's talking about me.
Or
Is-
both
is
of
she-
you.
Is she talking about us?
Well, she hangs up.
If you do want to
Oh!
confirm what,
Oh.
who, wait, what they say?
She hangs up.
No, she just she basically just broke the connection, which you can just reestablish, but
No, I'd rather
I
not.
will not bother her further.
I think I've shown weakness, and I think she's not fond of that. I'll have to make
Now
it up
that she
somehow.
is beginning to bond with the gnolls.
That's good.
Well,
Actually, you know what, Caleb? From what she was saying, can I discern that it was like it wasn't a disdain for me, but it was a genuine like desire to not bother me?
give me a sense motive.
Oh, I'm not good at those.
Uh-oh.
10, no.
You're very unsure. That monotone kind of deal, very much throwing off what you could ascertain it as.
Hito like kind of clenches her fists. If she starts thinking that I've gone soft, she's going to look down on me, and I can't have that.
She doesn't look down on you, Hito.
Caleb.
She just didn't want you to feel uncomfortable.
I rolled that a little while ago, but it took forever to actually roll.
Hey, Regef.
Roll that as
Change
a,
Change your name.
Yeah, please.
Oh, fuck.
Run with that shit. But
You know
30.
what? I'm gonna roll a sense motive too, just to see if I can figure it out.
If a 33 doesn't get it, I don't know how well you'll be able to get it.
Balls.
So you two are Kaguya. You are also kinda unaware. Let me see, Kara.
Then the D20.
So you would take this as perhaps a mixture of the two. You think she's more referring to perhaps Hito and Rin, viewing them. You think she views them as the more sensitive two, but you're not sure that Hito would really be in that light if there wasn't something skewing her view of Hito to be that of something sensitive that kind of needs to be coddled in a sense, especially with how she tends to view things.
Yeah, because I
Maybe something that
realize
she-
things.
So it could be something that she personally may know about Hito as a soft spot.
Yeah, definitely a good likelihood.
What could she be doing that would be against my onus? That's doesn't
Because-
make sense.
They're killing IBATs. Oh no.
Oh no, it's what could it be about me that wouldn't bother? I gesture to the rest of you. It just doesn't make any sense.
Kage shrugs.
She wouldn't attack
Well-
any of the creatures we brought. She might be
Good point.
attacking, but she seems happy with the gnolls, so she's not attacking the gnolls. Should I contact Alpha? Is it worth it? I don't know.
Let's just leave it for now. I'm sure everything will be
Yeah,
fine.
so I do believe that for now we should just leave things lie.
I need to show her that I'm.
I didn't expect you to
Yo-
be so sensitive about being sensitive.
I don't.
I
like-
look for the boys.
So let's see. You go inside. you,
Look, they're there.
You don't,
Activate my
need a
sensor.
perception.
Where
hold on,
are
hold on.
you?
I
I'm
have my
looking.
eyes scout out the rooms. I look through all the rooms. Are there any enemies? GM,
No.
please, you have to tell me. GM, I rolled the 26. You have to tell. I search every room. I got 20. Next one.
Oh my
You have to tell me.
3.
I just wanted to know where my boy was.
Look for the boys. GM. They're in the backyard. Where are they, GM?
But yes, let me see. Actually, let me see what time it would be. So y'all were down there for, I'd say, just a couple hours. And went down fairly early, so it's still the noon, fairly into the afternoon. So, yeah, not having been that long, you can see that, in the house currently, no one is around. You can see that the note left of basically taking Travis out has been displayed a bit more prominently.
Okay. They're probably out getting dinner.
I'm gonna search for them.
Going around the city.
I mean, that's what we
Research?
do.
Making
hello?
sure they're okay.
Yeah,
What's
you're
up?
here.
Oh, sorry, my thing, my roll 20 disconnected for a second. I had the red box at the top. I guess I'll stay behind. Is my boy Jerry here?
Yes, he is
Put him
still,
in the
Is he down in the basement?
still down in the basement
I'm-
where you left him. Looks like he's sleeping.
Man, this is a nice house you got here, Ren. It's got a basement, it's got an attic, and it's got everything.
It's even got a
Nice
garden.
chat.
This is like the
Really
most
nice-
suburban. This is like the most suburban thing that I've ever seen in fantasy. Very nice.
Rin wants a nice house, okay?
No, that's fair. No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just very nice. I'm happy. I'm actually genuinely happy for her. I'm not making fun of you, Tiny. Oh,
Regif is
No.
dying.
okay.
Okay, Murray.
Okay.
Well, he's gonna stay behind, so I guess he has time to sort out his issue.
Oh,
Right,
he's not
Regif
hearing
can't
you.
hear us, so we need to tell them.
Hello?
Hello.
Alright. Discord
Okay.
did a fuck you for a sec there, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so if we're going
Um,
to the city, I'll roll a perception to look around.
I about to say, do we need a survival or perception to find them?
Let me see.
Survival to track them, right? Which is
Yeah.
technically what we're doing.
Survival.
I'm gonna make some.
Yeah, it'd be survival to track them. Though, if you go somewhere specific and use perception, then that would let you find them if that's where they are.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
that's a
head
little
off to
harder.
the market, the restaurant district where the food is.
Oh, you got it. Yeah, I'm heading that way as well.
Oh, wait.
There.
Survival.
Yeah.
There are a few of those, but if you're going somewhere specific and want to look there, then you can utilize perception.
Well, if Kagi is doing, yeah. Oh God. Okay, I don't even need to.
All right. So yeah, the survival to like try to like find their general location, and we just use the perception to find their exact location.
I'll
when we got
stick
there, I
by
suppose.
Rin because Hito's still kind of concerned about being caught out the way she looks in this city alone. So she's
Yeah,
gonna follow.
I'm gonna make sure my disguise is back on now.
Yeah,
with
Hito's
the-
got her
disguise
whole.
and
It's not a proper disguise. She just has her hood up and it's covering like her fangs and other bullshit.
don't
Kage's
worry, we don't
face
hate
covered in
tieflings
fang.
here. You're beautiful.
Me, I am not.
You're
Me, I'm
beautiful.
Look, it's how tieflings be. We gotta be protected, okay?
I'm not a tiefling, but I look like a big demon.
Yeah. So we're going in disguise.
Alright, I will see what the weather is.
Monk Omega.
Monk Omega.
It's fairly clear out, very, very idyllically sunny with a light breeze.
Oh, that's nice.
It's just nice.
Ah, the city is just breathtaking every day.
It's a very nice city.
I'm surprised you didn't talk about Thaumadoon more. I mean, you brought it up a couple of times, but it's just made such a lasting impression on me immediately.
I did talk about how grand and beautiful it was.
You did, that's true. I suppose I had other things on my mind at the time. I apologize, sister.
It might be because of how I explain a lot of things.
Maybe, but the fact that you see so much beauty in the world is a gift that I think you should treasure, you know? And you were certainly right about this place.
It's a nice place to live in, but don't live within the walls. It's too expensive.
I can see. So, with our various checks, what do we want to resolve first, I guess?
Well, survival is to track them down,
Mhm.
and perception is to locate them.
Ah, Caleb has died. Wait,
Oh
Caleb?
no,
Oh no, that's yes.
the
never
three
mind.
gift. Okay,
I guess.
Bye, Rega.
there we go. So yeah, it's just as I stated, survival to find them, perception to locate them accurately, I suppose.
Let me see here. Okay, so I'm yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, tracking them down, you make your way up to kind of around the sword ward, and around where there seems to be a fair bit in the market. Sorry about that. You come to an area that's a market-like district, not quite a food and restaurant district, though there are some of that, amenities of that sort, but more of a place that sells produce, things of that nature. And looking around, you're able to find Cyrus, Travis, and Keith. You see that they are all actually in the same area at what looks like a kind of, you suppose, kind of botanical vegetable booth that looks like Keith is manning. And there look to be a couple other people there as well that Keith is talking with.
I
I'm
don't
going
think
to
we
do a
should.
really big wave.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't think we should bother them, but we should. I wave at them.
Yeah, if you'd make yourselves known, then they'd wave at you as well as your maid apparent.
I think we don't want to delve too deep into them because nothing's probably
No,
really
I want
happened.
to make sure. Is that damn bird following us? Just came to mind.
I'll make a perception.
So,
Bird
guys,
should
don't
still be
think
with
the-
Archer.
Yeah.
did the bird follow us?
Yes, the bird is around.
Ah, they are following us.
Ah.
Where is it specifically?
So the bird has chosen death.
It is up on a nearby building.
I don't want to be enemies at Lady B.
That's true. You know what?
Mm,
Arch, I feel like Archer's up to something, but let's not harass her on the Exarch. It has a reason that they want to keep tabs on us. Although I can't. They're probably honestly just a little bit worried about what they've heard about us. So. But is the bird within earshot, do you think?
Not really. You think it's learned its lesson from being
Caught before.
Yeah.
absolutely tackled last time?
So it is
So-
just watching us.
Just as watching you, especially with the commotion that's kind of going down naturally in the city. You don't imagine that it can hear you.
Right. With that, with those checks, are we tabs on it as we're walking around the city since we know we're being
you
watched?
don't think Lady Beale would try anything, our friend?
No, I don't think so. After talking with her, she has no desire to hurt anybody. She's a good dragon, good lying.
She
At
actually
the
has
very-
a desire to exarch us.
Yes.
I suppose.
I think Archer's just doing their thing as an exarch that Lady Beale wants, which is collecting information.
I suppose.
I don't think there's
I-
anything harmful in it.
I like whisper over the Kaguya. Do you want to investigate the guild?
You can just use bonded mind, right?
Well, you guys can hear Bonded Mind, can't you?
Oh,
You can't
It's a-
bond between the
It's
two
a-
of you.
yeah,
Oh, just
Oh.
between the two of us? Okay.
yeah, it can be. Oh, do you not want me to be involved in this conversation?
Because I don't think Kaguya talked about it.
I only talked about it to Ren.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. All right,
Ren's the,
that's
Ren's
fine.
the only person with the Kaguya sauce at the moment. I see Kaguya things for a
Because
moment.
if we have to check out the guild, I don't want you to go alone.
You see Kaguya like thinks and she says, "Well, at the current moment, I'm being watched. And second, if something does happen, it's gonna be a giant mess. So as much as I want to, I can't."
Okay. So, what's our plan for the next 3 days? I say to everyone else.
Well, we're gonna have to hold on this conversation, I guess, until Mel gets back.
Yeah.
So I think the plan is to just sit tight for the next 3 days.
I want to do something.
Let's say, but
I'm hopping into Force, making Caleb roll an encounter table, alright?
you know what I'm thinking? I'm like, bro, I bet there's somewhere I could like just rob some.
Actually,
fucking
there's
store
some
here
XP to be had by breaking change out.
I guess, but like, do you think we should like break them, bust them out, and then just send them to
So
our yeah.
maybe we should break them out once we're leaving for good.
Yeah, because I'm about to say like I think that's like
It's
on
when
the
we're
way
leaving.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. If there's anything I'm gonna do within the next 3 days is, bro, I'm busting into some fucking well-off shops and I'm joinking some gold.
While you're doing that, I'm going to work with the other samurai to basically basically do some order,
You're not gonna
arrest
you're
some
not gonna
criminals and such. You know,
you're not gonna attempt to stop me, are you?
I'm gonna do some rounds. Well, are you gonna tell me what you're doing?
Do I tell Rendon or he told that I'm off at night stealing?
Cause I think Rin's just gonna do rounds with the other samurai. Is her thing.
You know, yeah, Kage's probably just gonna be hanging around the more shiftier parts of town. In all honesty, I might kill the bird if it continues to follow me. Not out of like
it's gonna
I hate
continue to
it,
follow
but-
you because you're the one hit with the
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah, I know, and I can't like. And if I'm gonna be doing this, I can't have him like noticing. So I might. I
What's
might
going
take
on with
out
you guys?
the bird. Oh no, we were just talking like what's the plan for the next 3 days? And so the initial plan was to just sit tight, but Tiny's like, no, I wanna like do some. I wanna like basically like RP at least that I did some stuff. I'm like, fair enough. So
Oh,
Tiny-
Go ahead.
Tiny's gonna be working with like the songbird order that's in the city, basically just being a pseudo policeman. I'm doing the
Okay.
exact opposite. I'm probably gonna be yoinking some gold for some people.
Oh, okay. I
But
was kind of wanting to explore and see what was going on in the city, since after
Yeah.
we're done with the album situation, we don't really have.
We don't have a clean next chapter yet.
Yeah, and there's stuff going on in the city, so I think it's
Mhm.
worth exploring, honestly.
Fair enough. All I'm saying is though, is if this bird keeps following me while I'm doing this, like I'm gonna give it at least a warning that like, hey, you
I
know,
don't think it
this is
can
your
stop.
only. Well, I'm happy that it's a familiar and that it can be revived. Then I guess.
Yeah, fair enough. I would like to do some shopping, I think, if you'd be willing to.
You still haven't sold those late paint potions yet.
No, I have not sold them, and that's why I need to sell them.
Okay.
Would you all like to follow me to the market, please?
Hmm.
Or unless, Caleb, did you have something to say?
I did. So, would we like to get to that now or next time?
I think next time.
Oh, is it getting
Yeah.
late for you?
That's about 9:30.
And I think Rigif still hasn't connected back.
Yeah.
That is fair.
So
Well, I see he's in here, but he's not
Regis
in
definitely here.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
he's-
his internet is slapping his cheeks, so I don't think we're gonna be doing anything. And I don't want to keep going on without him. So
Yeah.
And that's the death again. Alright, well. See y'all next time on Xorvintaal.
the music
thank
isn't
you-
playing yet.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, hold on. Wait,
Not
wait,
to
hold
mention
on.
rate. Like, let's just sell those delayed paint potions at least.
We'll sell
Well,
it off screen. It's fine.
We'll sell them off.
No one wants to see it.
Fair
You
enough.
have, to,
Okay.
you have to go through every aspect of the shopping episode.
All right.
You will pass by a damn merchant RP with you for
Fair enough.
And next, will be next Xorvintaal in the street.
Rin
What?
goes into the shop hoping to make a few dollars more. Wrong campaign. All right.
Shut up.
See you later,
That doesn't even
everyone.
make sense to anybody.
Next time on Xorvintaal, Games of the Void.
Games.
Bye.